I growed up in a small town in Missouri. My pappy was a Rolling Stone. He was good at it too. I had 12 sisters named after a different month in the year. I asked my mother once why did she name all of them after months. She said, 'cause that's when my daddy came. She said when he came in January, he got September. When he came in February, he got October. He did a lot of coming and going, but mainly coming. My brother's name was Shaka Khan. I said, why was he named after a great warrior man's? She said, no. When he would make love and he would ejaculate, he would scream, Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan. I said, well, how did I get the name Rufus? She said, my pappy had a best friend named Bill Cosby. We went on a double date and he roofed us. So they calls me Rufus. My mother then tells me she has a secret. She think that Bill the Cosby man might be my pappy. I was asking her, what make you think that? She says that whenever she would change my diaper, that my doo-doo looked it and smelled it like chocolate pudding. Well, I'll be. I'm a Negro pudding machine. Mama then tells me I need to go find my real pappy. So I packed my bags and off I went to the Hollywoods. I needs money to get to the Hollywoods, so my friend said I need to see the Queen. I woke up early and went straight ahead to the Queen's house. I knocked at the door, and the ugliest Negro I ever seen answered the door. He said his name was Jay-Z. I figured his name ended in Z because he would have been the last person I would pick. I said, get out of my way, Negro. I was here for the Queen. He says, nobody sees the Queen. I put a mirror up to his face and he froze like a statue. I guess he never seen himself before. Then I sees her, the Queen, Beyonce. She looked tired. I says, why you so tired, Queen? She said she just got through riding her surfboard. I didn't see no water, so I figured she must be going crazy. In love. Sees what I did there? Now would be a perfect time to ask for some money. She tells me Jay-Z has all the money. I says, oops. He's frozen like a statue. She says, you didn't show him a mirror, did you? I told him not to look in the mirror. I says, I sure did. The Negro wouldn't get out of my way. She then picks up the phone and starts dialing. I says, who you calling, Queen? She says, Puffy. Uh-oh. I just had to get away before the Puffy man came. Because when the Puffy man come, people disappear. I ran all night till I got to a town. I was walking down the street until I heard a familiar voice coming from a little house. I couldn't quite hear what they were saying. So I got closer and I hear, Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan. It was my other pappy. Is there not a town or woman he don't come in? I was knocked on the window and said, Pappy, you need to save me. Puffin man is coming. He said, hell, I was coming too till you knocked on the window. He says, what you doing away from home? I tells him I'm trying to find my real daddy, Bill the Cosby man. I was going to Hollywoods. He says that Negro's not in Hollywoods at all. He's at the big house. Then I feel a tap on my shoulder. It was the Puffy man. He says, got you, Tupac. I was turned around and he was shocked. He says, you not Tupac. I said, well, no, but I do have 2 packs of cigarettes, and then I kicked him in his pee-pee. I runs around the corner and I hops in a taxi. I tells the driver to hurry up. My pappy is coming, so is the Puffy man. I asked the driver what's his name. He said, I am Donald Trump. He was a fat orange Negro with frozen yellow hair. He tells me driving the taxi was just temporary. He was going to be president. I said, sure, Negro, whatever you say. Now drive this car like you stole it. He yells, fasten your seatbelt, Democrat. And then he says, where are you going, to a protest march? I said, no, I'm going to the big house. Just then he slams on his brakes and says he ain't never going to the big house, and he never should have trusted a Negro Democrat. But I'm no Democrat at all. I am a Rufus. Donald Trump tells me to get out of his taxi. I says, but the Puffy man is coming. And I'm sure my pappy is coming too. He's always coming and going, but mainly coming. I gets out on the corner and the little Mexican man starts looking at me funny. I says, I'm being chased by the Puffy man. Can you give me a ride to the big house? He started speaking to me in Mexican. I says, I don't speak no Mexican, I speak Negro. He must have understood me because he takes me to his car. I looks in the window and there were 50 Mexicans in there. How's they do that? Just then the little man points up to the sky. I said, you want me to climb a wall, little Mexican man? He said, no, stupido. I figure stupido must be me. I looks again and what do I see up on a hill? The big house. It was a long way to the big house. It looked closer than it appeared. When I get there, I was tired, but I manages to ring the doorbell. Just then the door opens, and to my surprise, Bill Cosby was standing at the door with the Puffy man and Donald Trump. They say they've been waiting on me. All of a sudden, I felt it the hardest smack on my face. It was Wilder Smith telling me to wake up. Where the fuck is Tyler Perry when you need him? This nigga's gone crazy. The Puffy man. Jeez. You Negroes need to subscribe to the Unmotivated.